regardless of whatever news headline there was always an angle in currency.
And what made you choose, I guess, the industry, the focus for you? You know, was it personal interest? Was it, you know, knowledge? You know, what got you there?
So before I worked in FX, I worked in private equity, and this was kind of 2006, 2007,
Okay.
and late 2006, early 2007, the money really started to fall out of private equity, which was the forbearing of the kind of the global financial crisis in 2008.
Yeah.
And I thought, I need to be in a market that's always on, regardless of what's happening. You know, back in 2007, we were still dealing with things like the Iraq War. There was still, you know, the war in Afghanistan. There was, you know, it was a Labour government here. We hadn't talked about austerity yet, but it was the kind of thing where, regardless of whatever news headline there was always an angle in currency. There was always an angle in.
And now we're full 360. You know,
Yeah,
apart
exactly.
from instead of Afghanistan and Iraq, it's
Now we're
Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah,
you
talking
know?
about Ukraine and Russia. We're talking about oil prices, which we were back in 2008. We're talking about
energy
cost of
prices,
living and things like that. And you can be in any market in the world, and there's always going to be a certain angle. But dealing with international businesses who have to trade their way through this, dealing with people who, you know, they may have just set up a business, or they may be a family brand that's been around for hundreds of years, and they are selling to new markets or whatever, helping them navigate these new waters, to continue the phrase, I found really exciting. I found really, really rewarding as well, because you were sat there saying, I don't really know what's going to happen. You know, if anyone around this table can say what's going through Putin's head more than anybody else, then fine, I'd like to hear your opinion. But I know how markets are roughly going to react to this.
Yeah.
I've got a funny idea, you know, we've seen it before in this, we've seen it before in that. So if we go on this journey together, let's see if we can protect your business. Let's see if we can help your business grow, or at least, you know, speaking to an embattled FD or, you know, CFO who's been doing this for 20 years and just wants shot of the currency risk, you can sit there and say, hey mate, give it to me, I'll sort it out. If it goes wrong, you can blame me, and if it goes right, you can look like a hero. And you know that's
I was going to say that's the best salesman I've heard.
It's the best thing in the world. If it's Jeremy's fault if it went wrong, and if not, it's the board meeting, and you say they're going to be, you know, throwing champagne at you. So, you know, that was always my way of doing things, was going in there and just saying, let's do this together, because, you know, if your business is growing, the business I work for is growing probably. You know, let's keep going together.